Have you ever wondered why people can be so aggressive? It's a question that has puzzled humans for centuries, sparking debates, theories, and countless studies. Some might say it's due to social pressures, while others blame it on personal experiences. But what if the answer lies within our own biology? Aggression in its many forms is a trait that's not exclusive to humans. Many species in the animal kingdom display aggressive behavior as a means of survival. However, human aggression often extends beyond the basic need for survival, manifesting in ways that are complex and multifaceted. This complexity is what sets us apart, making human aggression a topic of great intrigue and scrutiny. A common misconception is that aggression is inherently bad. Yet it's not that simple. Aggression, when channeled properly, can be a driving force for change, a catalyst for progress. It's a primal instinct that has been crucial to our evolution as a species. But when it spirals out of control, it can lead to violence and destruction. This dichotomy is part of what makes the study of human aggression so compelling. When we think of aggression, we often picture physical violence. However, aggression can also be verbal or even psychological. It can be overt, like a heated argument, or subtle, like a passive-aggressive comment. This versatility adds another layer of complexity to the study of aggression. In the quest to understand why humans are aggressive, various theories have been proposed. Some psychologists point towards learned behavior, while others argue for a genetic predisposition. Yet one of the most fascinating theories is the biological theory of aggression. This theory suggests that our aggressive tendencies are not just a product of our environment or upbringing, but are deeply rooted in our biological makeup. So, is aggression a part of our biological makeup? Is it a primitive instinct that has been passed down through generations, shaping our behavior and our society? Or is it a learned behavior, a product of our complex and ever-changing social structures? As we delve deeper into the biological basis of human aggression, we might just discover some surprising answers. So, is aggression a part of our biological makeup? Stay tuned to find out. Our ancestors lived in a world vastly different from ours, a world where aggression could mean the difference between life and death. In those ancient times, our survival hinged on our ability to defend ourselves, our families, and our territories. And this is where our tale of human aggression begins. It's fascinating to consider how even our physical attributes have evolved in response to the need for aggression. Take our faces, for instance. Unlike other animals and even our early ancestors, we don't have muzzles. Our faces have evolved to withstand punches. During the eras that mark the highest occurrences of unarmed conflicts among tribes, we predominantly observe wider noses with shorter lengths. It's as if our faces have been shaped by the clenched fists of history. But the story doesn't end there. Theorists have even found a direct linear relationship between the amount of tribal conflicts in a region throughout history and the prevalence of wide, short noses. It seems that these wider, shorter noses can withstand more blows than long, bony ones. It's a stark reminder of the raw, brutal nature of our species past, and yet our aggression is not just a relic of a bygone era. It's a trait that has been passed down through countless generations, from our earliest ancestors right up to the present day. It's a part of our biological makeup, a part of who we are as a species. However, don't let this paint a grim picture of humanity. This aggression also drove our ancestors to survive, to explore new territories, to innovate and to establish societies. It was a necessary tool in the harsh and unforgiving world they lived in. Today, our expressions of aggression may have changed, but the underlying impulse remains the same. So, next time you look in the mirror, remember this. Your face, with its wide nose and sturdy structure, is a testament to the survival of our species. It's a testament to the trials and tribulations our ancestors faced, and the aggression they wielded as a tool for survival. It seems that violence and aggression have been a part of our evolutionary journey. Stanford University conducted a landmark experiment that revealed the dark side of human nature. This is an assertion that has been echoed across the annals of psychology, the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment. A group of students were divided into two roles, prisoners and guards, inside a mock prison. The experiment was intended to last 2 weeks, Yet it was abruptly halted after just 6 days due to the escalating cruelty of the guards and distress of the prisoners, revealing how ordinary individuals could swiftly descend into brutality given the right circumstances. This experiment was not a solitary incident. Let's consider the Milgram experiment. In the early 60s, psychologist Stanley Milgram sought to understand why individuals would commit atrocities under orders. Participants were ordered to administer what they thought were real electric shocks to a learner, an actor pretending to be a fellow participant in an adjoining room. The shocks increased in intensity with each wrong answer the learner gave. Astonishingly, a significant majority followed orders to administer potentially lethal shocks, despite the learner's feigned cries of pain. These experiments highlight a chilling aspect of human nature. We can be led to act violently if we believe we won't face retribution. This propensity towards aggression under particular circumstances suggests it's not just our evolutionary history that's responsible for our aggressive tendencies, but also our environment. The structure of our society, our laws, and our political systems all act as deterrents, curbing our aggressive impulses, maintaining a semblance of order. However, these experiments show that once these restraints are removed or weakened, we can quickly resort to violence. But it's not all doom and gloom. The human capacity for aggression also comes with an equally potent capacity for empathy, cooperation, and kindness. And it's this balance, this constant struggle between our darker impulses and our higher ideals, that defines us as a species. It appears that aggression is not just a product of our evolution, but also of our circumstances. As we move forward, it's crucial that we recognize this duality within ourselves, not to condemn it, but to understand and harness it for the betterment of our society. The human brain, the seat of our thoughts and emotions, plays a significant role in our aggressive behaviors. This complex organ is divided into various regions, each with its unique function. When it comes to aggression, 2 areas stand out: the frontal cortex and the limbic system. The frontal cortex, located at the front of the brain, is the control center for our logical thinking and decision-making processes. It's like the CEO of our brain, making calculated decisions based on available data. This part of the brain is quite recent in our evolutionary history and is not fully matured like other areas. On the other hand, the limbic system, an older and more primal part of the brain, governs our instinctive reactions. This mechanism has been with us since the dawn of our species, keeping us alive in the face of danger with the fight or flight response. To illustrate how these 2 areas interact, let's use an example. Picture a mortuary worker carrying a deceased body on a stretcher. Suddenly, due to post-mortem muscle contraction, the dead body's arm shoots up in the air. The worker's immediate reaction? Panic, perhaps even fleeing or screaming for help. This reaction is triggered by the limbic system, which acts way faster than the frontal cortex. Before the CEO of the brain can analyze the situation and provide a logical response, the limbic system has already chosen the fight or flight path. This is because, for thousands of years, our survival hinged on these instant reactions to potential threats. However, in today's world, these instinctive reactions can sometimes lead to unnecessary aggression, as our limbic system struggles to differentiate between real and perceived threats. This is where the frontal cortex's role becomes crucial. By strengthening this part of the brain through practices like mindfulness and emotional intelligence training, we can learn to control our aggressive impulses better. So our brains are wired for aggression, but does that mean we're doomed to be violent? Let's explore this further in our next segment. Despite our biological predisposition towards aggression, we have made great strides in curbing our violent tendencies. Our ancestors, living in harsh environments where survival often necessitated aggression, evolved to withstand violence. But as we transitioned from foraging societies to agricultural ones, and then to industrial and now digital societies, our need for physical aggression has drastically diminished. Our societal structures have played a crucial role in this transformation. Laws and regulations have been instituted to deter aggression and violence. Systems of justice have been established to ensure that those who resort to violence face consequences. These deterrents have significantly curbed our violent tendencies, yet we still have a long way to go. Despite the progress we've made, violence and aggression still persist in many pockets of our society. But just as our ancestors evolved to withstand violence, we too can evolve to promote peace. The potential for further development and growth is vast. As our understanding of the brain and our biological tendencies towards aggression continue to expand, we can use this knowledge to create more effective strategies for reducing violence. Moreover, as our societal structures continue to evolve, we can create environments that not only deter aggression, but actively encourage empathy, understanding, and non-violence. Education, for instance, can play a crucial role in this regard. By teaching our children about the destructive consequences of violence and the benefits of peaceful coexistence, we can nurture a generation less inclined towards aggression. Technological advancements, too, hold promise for a less aggressive future. Virtual reality, for example, could be used to foster empathy and understanding, allowing us to experience the world from different perspectives and thus reduce conflict and aggression. So, while aggression may be a part of our biology, it's not our destiny. We have the power to choose peace over violence, understanding over conflict. After all, we're not just products of our biology, but also of our choices.
Subscribe to the channel for more video, and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this.